All right, it's 8:01. We'll go ahead and get started.
Can you guys hear them? Can you guys hear them cutting grass in the back?
No.
Okay, cool. Put these headphones on or something. They loud. All right. Go ahead, Maurice. I'm sorry about that.
No, you good. You good. We'll just open up. Anybody have any testimonies between now and last Thursday? The floor is open.
Great evening, everybody. This is Debbie from Philadelphia. How's everybody doing this evening?
Fantastic. How you doing, Debbie?
I'm fabulous. Thank you for asking. So first, I had a cousin that called me. She says they're wanting to go on a cruise. She actually specifically wants to go on a cruise that I had already put together before any of this occurred. So, of course, we have to play it by ear and see if everything will be back in swing. It's not till October, so things may be in swing by then. But that's something. And then I've had some people reach out because I sent out, of course, my newsletter. So I've had a lot of good feedback. People saying, "Yeah, Debbie, I'm still going to be traveling. We just waiting to see exactly how everything's going to go, how they're going to open up, that sort of thing." So I've been getting a lot of positive feedback this past week. So that was very heartening.
That's good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah, I know a lot of people are looking forward to travel, and consistency is key. So just be consistent. That's good stuff. Anybody else want to share anything?
I have a question for Debbie. What kind of content do you put in your newsletter?
I'm sorry, I muted myself out. Normally, since this, I'll just put, "Hey, everybody," and give them an update on the COVID, give them a link to where they can go to the CDC, and then send them a picture of someplace beautiful. Like, I put up stuff on my website, on my Facebook page and stuff. So I use a different place every day. So whatever place I'm using that day, like today was, I think that day was Antigua, something like that. Anyway, whatever it is, I'll put a video or a picture or something like that to show them that soon enough we'll be going there. So that's the kind of thing that I put.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Good question. Anyone else before we get started?
Yeah, this Jamal. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, go ahead, Jamal.
Okay, cool. I just booked Hyatt Zalera. Right before we got on the call, another room for my group that's going in November. September, I'm sorry. I'm also going to book another room for that group tomorrow for 3 gentlemen. And also I have another cruise, 8-day on the Odyssey of the Seas, that's leaving in November. That's going to be for 3 people too. And they may get a balcony or obstructed balcony. She's just going to send me the deposit tomorrow.
Congrats, man. Congrats.
Congratulations, Jamal.
Thank you.
Anyone else want to share anything? I'm sorry, go ahead. All right. I guess, Jamal, we'll go ahead and get it kicked off. So, a great session last week. How did y'all like when we did the destination as far as Antigua and Barbuda?
I liked it. Kind of gave you a breath of fresh air of, things out there that you could sell, or go.
All right, so yeah, we'll do that more often, and like I said, we'll have special guests on, and whatnot. So I guess tonight I'm gonna just turn it over to you, Jamal. We're gonna talk, lead off and talk more about really things and steps you can take in your business in the future of the industry as a whole. So, Jamal, you got the floor.
Well, I want to welcome everybody for coming, and thank everybody for tuning in. And if you guys can hear me, let me know. I mean, I'm on a headphones because they're cutting my grass outside. So I was on a webinar. I've been on webinars like crazy. It's like a Netflix of webinars. And one that I was on yesterday was with Sandy Saburn. It was amazing. It kind of hit you in the gut. You know, she talked about really pivoting your business. And this is part of the webinar. It's a video where she goes over this slide chart. And basically, she's saying, you know, if you have 230 inquiries about trips, your conversion rate is 45%. And basically, just the bottom line is, if you look at your income on the revenue on the left, that's $39,000 that you probably made for the year. But if you had a higher commission rate, you know, that would jump up an extra $6,000. But she's going to go over other things that you can do to, I want you to pay attention to this 39,000 and pay attention to the right side of all the things she's talking about adding when it comes to your business. You know, how we can make more money. Because right now, you know, commissions, you know, we've been taught to get commissions, and that's nothing's wrong with that. But there's a whole nother level to this, a whole nother level. I can't begin to tell you how big the other levels are because I get on these webinars and it's kind of like going to convention. If some of you guys been to convention, you know, they're very emotional. They get you excited about what can be. And that's what these webinars do for me. You know, they kind of open my eyes up to how big the world that we are actually in, which is travel. So let me play this and let me know if you guys can hear it.
I was muted out, Jamal. We can hear you.
No, he's asking if we can hear the video, I think. And if that's the case, then no.
Yeah, it's no video showing. It's just showing the still showing the commission rates.
Okay, hold up. Can you hear it now?
Can you turn the volume up, son?
Now, how do you go about increasing your average commission rate?
Yes, nope, maybe.
That's
Very
better,
low.
but it should be
Okay,
louder.
I'll go over it. That's not a problem. That's not a problem. Let me see here. Sorry about that, guys. So basically, she's showing you how much money you would make just getting commissions, $39,000. And just if you had a higher commission rate, it'd increase by $6,000. And I really wanted you guys to hear her say it because it really hit home and hit in the gut. But I'll go over the slides because I kind of remember it. So let me go here. Okay. So this next slide, look if you add service fees. Hold up. I think I went too far. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Okay, yeah. So if you add service fees to your commissions, that's an extra $26,000 that you can make. But she also said, for example, who's done a quote in the last 30 days? Anybody? Anybody booked anything in the last 30 days?
I have.
Who is that?
This is April.
Hey, April. So if April, where was that trip to, April?
I think this last trip was somewhere to Riviera Maya, I believe.
Say that one more time, April.
Riviera Maya.
Okay, Riviera Maya. How many people?
We're just going to say based on double occupancy. You know, there's 3 rooms, but so 6 people.
Okay, 6 people. Great. So in this example, if you see where it says average booking size is 4,000, okay? Imagine when she made that booking and she did those 3 rooms, a question that she could ask, she may ask this, I'm not sure. I know I don't. Who else would you know that would want to go on this trip with you? So now your booking size go from 4,000 to 8,000 because you're asking this with every inquiry you get when you're doing a booking. And they may tell you other people that may want to go. So that increases as well. So basically, Sandy, she's taking that service fee of $26,000. Also, she's making more in commissions on gross sales. You see right here where it says gross sales because she's asking them for leads. So there's something else you can do in your business. But when you look at that $26,000, guys, that's a substantial amount of money to make, especially in the time right now when a lot of us don't charge, okay? So let me go to the next slide. Okay, so, uh-oh. Man, I wish I could have had this louder so you could hear her say it. So if you're adding the extra $250 per booking, which gives you the extra $26,000, guys, that's an extra $26,000 in your business. Who would love to have an extra $26,000 right now?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Definitely.
Yeah, and also adding, doing the booking size by, hey, and I just use Javonda, for example. Hey, Javonda, who else would you know would like to go on this trip with you? After I kind of massaged her and got her comfortable with me and how I do business. So just say if it's 2 people that go every other trip that you book, so now you increase your income, because you're getting more people, and you can do the same thing with the people that they introduce you to as well. So that was one thing she was saying to do, but I will make sure I get the video for us to hear. Hold up for a second. Oh, so basically, she says by changing your booking size, adding service fees, but the commission share, that really means, which vendors you want to deal with, and some of us like, the vendors that we use, but when we coming out of this, it's going to really make you decide on who you really want to be in business with when it comes to doing business, when it comes to that commission. So, all right, so let's go back to this. Did anybody have any questions before we move forward? Nope. Okay, great.
I do. Wasn't the commission share more of the host agency?
Yeah, it depends. Yeah, it's more of the host agency.
Okay.
More the host agency, or if you're independent, where you may be getting 90 or 100%, but that's going to depend on your yield. So if you're independent, yeah, you may be getting 100%, but you're getting 100% of whatever the vendor is paying you. So the vendor may not pay you that much of a split because you don't have the volume that a host may have.
Right. Okay.
So, she did make that differentiation, but for a lot of us, that may not apply.
Correct.
Okay. So the next 18 to 36 months, guys, we're looking at a year and 3 years out. She talked about some things that we really have to concentrate on in our business when it comes to increasing our revenue. Because let me tell you, I'm grateful that I'm not taking a big hit, but my big hit isn't as big as a cruise line or a resort that's closed right now, or even a travel supplier who may not be with us anymore, because this right here has some very, very big financial ramifications. But at the end of the day, we still sit in a gold mine if we do these simple things that she's suggesting that we should do. Because this right here really, really hurt. So, one of the things she mentioned is that Americans still want to travel, and they pin up, and demand is going to be huge. And we're seeing that with memes. We're seeing that with a lot of things people are posting. And you also look at what's happening, especially with cruise lines, where the refunds are taking a little longer, or the hold times are a lot longer. And some people just don't have the patience with that. So the demand is going to increase for people that do. You guys follow me, which are us. But this right here really kicked me in the head when she said travel advisors who charge fees will be more in demand than those who work for free. And, I'm hearing this and I'm still new to book and travel. I don't charge, but, it made me look at my business like, yeah, if I would have charged, guess what? I still would have another stream of income coming in. So I want you guys to think about this. All of this cocooning is going to have a huge rebound effect. People want to go somewhere, anywhere, and everywhere. They want to travel. For some people, that means a road trip. But for luxury travels, it will be luxury travelers. It will be that and more. Because with luxury travelers, you got to think sometimes on the luxury sector, traveling is part of their lifestyle. It's not just somewhere they go every now and then. It's part of their lifestyle. And the demand for travel advisors will continue to increase. We've talked about this in the past, how a lot of people kind of got shaft with Costco, the OTAs, booking.com went out of business. So now the demand for experienced professionals is going to increase. It just is. And it's not my words. These are coming from seasoned travel professionals as well. So travel advisors, not just travel agents, have been in demand for the past years. And like I said, it's only going to increase. Right now, excuse me, guys, people have learned how important it is to have someone who can assist and advocate for you. Now, when I say advocate, does anybody understand how important it is right now? Because if we got cancellations or we got rebookings, guess what we're doing for our clients? We're advocating for them. Even a simple question that you may get, can I do this or can I do that? That's advocate. So what they don't need is a booking agent. And a booking agent is, I'll raise my hand to that. That's just someone who books their trip. They don't need that. It's almost like you want to be a one-stop shop. You want to listen to them. You want to be their friend. And we talked about these things in the past, and it really, really hit home when she talked about it. So they need a full-service expert who assists, guides, curates, counsels, and problem solves. Now, can you guys hear me now? Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. No, they stopped cutting the grass, and I had those headphones in. So they need someone to assist, guide, curate, counsel, and problem solve. Now, has anyone ever had that client who just kind of get to talking and starts telling you stuff that has nothing to do with the business? Nobody?
Yes.
Okay, thanks. So basically, you're going to have to be everything, all and everything to a lot of your clients, even coming out of this, even being sympathetic or empathetic. I can't think how to use that word. You got to just, thank you. Who is that, Tasha?
Gisela.
Thank you, Gisela. Yeah, so even though we want them to book, we're going to have to be more empathetic, coming out of this, how's your family? Is everything okay? Your job, the things we got to do. We just have to do that, and people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. We've heard that before, right? So if this hasn't been the focus of your business, it's time to reconsider what you do. Because sometimes we make things so transactional. We've talked about this in the past. We have to make it more what? Anybody? Relational.
More relational. I'm trying not to answer.
So the wonderful thing about being a travel advisor versus a travel agent is you make more money. Because now, if you go back to this slide here, you want to be a full service expert who assists, guides, curates, counsels, and problem solve. Now, I may not know how to cook a recipe for a client. That's nothing I want to get into, but you best believe we're going to be friends. We're going to be real good friends coming out of this, because I want them to come back to me, and repeat clients are the best clients because they tend to bring other people with them because of how you made them feel. And at the end of the day, we want to make more money. And if you want to make more money, put that in the comments for me. I want to make more money. You'll make a lot more money, not because your clients are booking higher ticket travel, but you charge what? Everybody say it, it's not hard. Fees. And for me, it kind of made me think about it. Like, why would I want to charge fees when I didn't charge fees in the beginning? Nobody knew this was going to happen. There's no one's fault. You know, if we saw it coming, whatever it may be, but you want to charge fees. And just for, a show of hands, if you charge fees, if you don't charge fees, give me a 1. The people that charge fees, I kind of know that they charge fees. Based on industry changes, yep.
If we do charge fees, give you a 1?
Nah, if you don't.
Oh, okay.
And if you do, give me a 2. And I'm not going to pick on anybody. But I'm telling you, this right here really hit home. Now, Maurice been telling me to charge fees since we've met. April says she put a bunch of 2s. But that diversity of income is critical to your cash flow right now. And everybody knows that. And if you don't charge fees right now, think about how much work you did for free. One of our colleagues used to call me the non-profit travel agent. Non-profit travel agent. And she didn't look for trips for free. Sometimes we'll book low ticket items. For example, Vegas. The commissions aren't that high, and we're excited about it. But just imagine if you charge for it, you got paid up front. Or imagine if you got paid up front for all your bookings now. So say if you had 40 bookings, 40 for the whole year before everything kind of went to chaos, and you charged everybody $100. That's not a lot of money, but your work wasn't done in vain, And if you don't charge fees right now, like you said, think about all the work you did for free, because all those bookings are what? Canceled. And full service travel advisors shouldn't work for free, period. And these are not my words, guys. These are not my words. This comes from a legitimate source. Say, now she think about it. It depends. I charge on big groups that need extra stuff. Yeah, that's a good way. A good way to do it. There's no wrong or right way. I will say this. It's going to be something that I really consider moving forward. Travel advisors who charge will continue to be more successful. Okay? And I'm going to share with you why. Think about it from a client perspective. If you wanted a custom trip for your family's annual vacation and you're spending $20,000 to $50,000, would you trust someone who works for free? Would you trust that to someone who works for free? Yes? No?
No.
No.
So, it's almost like a paradigm shift. You really have to think about this, because luxury travelers aren't going to. It's like people pay attention to what they pay for. They just do. Free or low value, low cost, really don't put the value out there. So it's something we really have to consider moving forward. And trust me, the right people gonna fall off, when it comes to charging fees. Because free is not always good. And a lot of you guys know that. So it's not just that you make less if you don't charge fees, it's that you aren't valued. You aren't as valued. And we want to create that value by charging a fee. okay? You'll lose clients because you don't charge a fee or enough of a fee. Now, sometimes I know I've heard other people do this. You know, they may charge a fee and let that fee go towards the booking if you decide to book with me. Sandy said this. Sandy said, stop doing that. You know, you don't want to shortcut yourself when you're doing that. So we have to add a fee structure. April says she don't do that. So travel agents or travel advisors who provide high level of service are high in demand. This is what's going to happen. It's like when we have something bad that happened, there's always opportunity that comes out of it. You look at other times we had recessions or we had downturn. You know, other industries have thrived in that. You look at one that came out of it, Uber. Uber got started when there's a downturn. Right now, the one that's blowing up is Netflix. Everybody watching TV. So many travel agents think clients won't pay fees. Just by giving me a one, who think clients won't pay fees when they first got started? I give you my one. Because we felt like they'll go to someone else or book it on their own, right? We all felt like that. But when you think like that, you create those situations in your mind and you kind of operate from scarcity or lack, you know, because you're kind of spending money for people and it's not your money. There are millions of dollars collected in fees from other travel advisors. Now, just for an exercise, if there are millions of dollars collected in fees, ask yourself, if you don't charge, how much of that are you getting? So don't feel bad because you want to collect the fee. And they did a poll, 58% of travel agents charge a fee. 58%. That's over half. And let's be honest. A vacation isn't $70. A vacation isn't $200. These are thousands and thousands of dollars. So in my mind, and you don't have to agree with this, I felt like they were spending thousands and thousands of dollars with me. Why would I charge them a fee? Has anybody ever felt this way?
That's how I initially felt.
But think about the kind of money they're spending. Yeah, then you need to charge a fee. One of the agents that and sometimes it may depend on your experience. You may feel like you can't charge a fee. But one guy, his fee was $500 flat rate, and he believed if you're spending $10,000, $500 should be nothing to you. You know, you would value your planning a whole lot better. You know, and for something as valuable as a vacation, clients will gladly pay a fee if they understand the value they're getting. And we know right now, who's been on hold more than 45 minutes in the last 60 days?
I know I have. Time is money.
Yeah, that's value. You know, they're trusting you with a lot of money. I know the money's not coming in your hand, you know, but don't. What's the people that wait to say waiters get tips because they provide a service, right? They don't care how much the food costs. They don't ask for it. I know it's a tip. I know it's apples and oranges. The point I'm trying to make is we offer so much value, but sometimes we may not see the value because we think they're spending all this money with us. They're not spending the money with us. They're spending the money with the vendor. I'm just the person doing the deal. So think about all you do for your clients. And just for a little exercise, just think about all the things you do for your clients. You go do the research, you handle the billing, you handle any discrepancy that client may have. You want to make sure they get there. God, you're doing a lot of stuff, okay? Just your expertise. Now, you ever heard the saying, I'm gonna mess this up, with a guy, it could be a guy or a girl. I think the saying is, why do I have to pay for this little bit of time you've done this work? It may be $300, $200. You're not paying for the time that the work that I've done. You paying for all the time that I had to go learn the work. It's not my fault that it didn't take me that long. Give me 1 second, because they're coming back with this grass. My apologies, guys. So they should be paying you. Can you guys hear me? Yep. Nope.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, they should be paying you for that service. So just think of one other industry where the client doesn't pay for the service they receive. Just think about it. Somebody give me an example where they don't pay. I'm paying to get this grass cut right now. That's a service, right? I pay when I go to the dentist. I pay for a lawyer. You pay for a notary too, right? That's not free, is it? So we got to get out of the mindset of thinking we pay everybody else and we don't get paid, okay? Because right now, it really opened up my eyes when I got on this webinar. So you got to look at the commission you receive from suppliers. That's a thank you. Look at it as a bonus. So you don't want that to be your only income stream. Because right now, you see what's going on. A lot of our incomes, we got to be grateful at the same time, but it's gone because we only had what? Commissions. But what if your commission was the icing on the cake? Who would like for the commission just to be the icing on the cake, but you got paid already? So one agent I know, she get paid 7 different ways: cancellation fee, change fee, consultation fee, booking fee. I mean, she had a bunch of different ways she got paid. I mean, she got her hand in a bunch of different bags, but that does a few different things, and we're going to talk about that coming up. Does anybody have any questions? I'd like to add anything?
It's good stuff, man.
I was just thinking, this is Gisela. I was just thinking for us, for the ones that do not charge, what is the feeling that they have? What is the fear that they have in reference to not charging that will get them over the hump? Probably be wise just to find out what the consensus is on that.
Okay, you guys heard Gisela? Y'all have a reason why you don't charge?
Well, I can add the reason I charged a service fee, but the reason I didn't charge was just the fear of, okay, if I present this fee, maybe they won't book with me. But by doing that, I'm not really placing any value on my service. So
did it have anything to do with your confidence level at all at that time?
No. Well, I guess by default, yeah, it did. Because I was confident in my product knowledge and, and the value of my service, then a fee wouldn't be a problem. So that's what I had to come to grips with. So yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. And for me, Gisela, it was just confidence. Like, do I believe in the service that I provide? I felt like, well, if they can go next door and get the same thing from someone else, why would they use me if I charged?
Right, especially if you're new a lot of times and you're really still learning the knowledge. Sometimes you don't feel worthy or valued, as you say, for charging the fees. But overall, based on, what Sandy was saying, I mean, it makes perfect sense. It's just something within that you have to really change your mindset, like you were saying, in order to get to the next phase, because it's really, really important that you get what your value, what you're worth.
And basically, it sounded like he was on the same training that I was on. She
right.
said, you was on the training too?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I've been on webinars like crazy too.
So you have to believe that you're worth it. And it all starts with belief. It all starts with belief, and it's like anything else. I know when I booked my first trip, I was so geeked, like, ooh, they gave me their money. Then my confidence built up, you know, and sometimes it's a self-esteem issue where you may not feel like she said, you're worthy. So
Oh, go ahead.
go ahead, you go ahead, buddy.
No, I was gonna say another thing is a lot of people, I didn't realize this at first. A lot of people expect you to charge a fee coming in the door, because I've had people ask me, how much does this cost, or what kind of fee do you charge? So a lot of people who work with advisors for the first time do expect a fee, actually. So when we don't present it, it's not placing value.
Yeah, Maurice, I think you're right on that because I remember several times I've done something, a quote for somebody, and then after I've given them the quote, they say, well, how much do I owe you? And at that, I wasn't charged fees. So I was like, oh, nothing, it was a free quote, basically. So I'm thinking, oh, they were expecting for me to charge at some point. They were willing to do it on the back end as opposed to the forefront.
Anyone else? Did anybody have any questions before we move forward? And you think about it, and this comes straight from her mouth. I believe that travel advisors should charge professional fees that keep, which some people call service, professional, or consultation fee. This is the same type of fee you would pay an attorney, a realtor, or an accountant. It's a fee the client pays for service, not something applied to the trip. When she said that, I just like, but you got to think she's been in the business longer than I have, so very successful. And if you want to be successful, you got to model what successful people do. Um, and you look at any service that you probably got yourself, yeah, you pay for that. And you pay for it gladly. Why fees matter? Professional fees are important to travel advisors for several reasons. Most significantly, they stabilize your cash flow. And who would love to have some cash flow right now? People calling you about trips, and you getting 75, 200, or whatever you charge per person that acts. Yeah, and it diversifies your income. We always tell people when they come inside a business, especially a business like this, we need multiple streams of income. Anybody ever said that to anybody?
All the time.
You want to have multiple streams of income in your business as well. When you go to, anybody ever bought? Well, I'm not going to ask this question. When you go to the gas station, they don't just sell gas, do they? Nope.
Oh,
You can get cookies. You can go to Quick Trip and get aspirin, bread. It's a one-stop shop. You can get everything. But that's diversification of the income. Now, gas stations wasn't always like that. You can go to Kroger's. Or matter of fact, Walmart. Walmart, the perfect example. Walmart didn't always sell groceries, did they? But they do now. And a lot of us, that's all we shop at. You can get a TV out of Walmart. You can't buy a car. No, you can buy a gun out of Walmart. Think about all the things you can get out of Walmart. And all we got to think about our business is bigger when we diversify income. And this one I put in bold, it eliminates the tire kickers. And I want you to think about tire kickers like this. Would you rather have more clients or less clients?
and less clients in this particular case, tire kickers.
Thank you, Gisela. I appreciate that. She's absolutely right. Because what if you could make the same amount of money with the right qualified people? Because you eliminated the tire kickers, the people who ghost you. Because if they pay you a fee, they're going to answer those texts, they're going to answer those emails, and they're going to answer those phone calls, right? But if you don't place no value on it, like I said, people pay attention to what they pay for. And the tire kickers, hey, this is what I charge. And it kind of sets a precedence in posture, you know? It really does. And it's a statement of your professionalism, a very good statement of professionalism. And people take you more serious when you charge a fee. Now, did anyone have any questions? Anyone? Maurice, would you like to add anything before we move forward?
No, I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, you hit a lot of key points, so I'm good.
Well, what I really like to add is just think about your fees and just kind of consider moving forward why you should charge. And if you have that posture, you won't feel bad when people don't use you. People gonna say all kind of stuff. What am I paying for? And have a list of all the things you're gonna do, so they understand the value. Because people never look at the cost if they see the value, but they do look at the cost and they will miss the value. And you think about it, you know, moving forward, you keep hearing this word, we have to pivot, pivot, pivot. Has anybody heard that?
Yes.
Yeah, because a lot of us, we put all our eggs in one basket. We put all our eggs in one basket, and it's the same thing we preach when we share the business with other people, or we may say we have another stream of income, but inside your business, you can have multiple streams of income just in your business, even selling products in your business. A lot of us brand ourselves, hey, what if you sold some apparel? And I'm not telling you to go out and do this, but I'm just giving you different examples of things you can do. Like a lot of things that you may sell for your clients to go on trips. Anybody familiar with affiliate links?
Heard of them, not really familiar. Heard of them.
Just imagine if you told everybody to go to Best Buy because they're having a sale. And I know a young lady, she posts sales all the time. And it's crazy to me that she does it. So she could give them people an affiliate link. And if they go buy on that link, Amazon has this too. We say things about Amazon. So say if you want to sell those things to cover your phone, hey, do you need someone to you ask your client, I got a few things that I'm gonna suggest that you guys may want to think about getting before y'all go on this trip. And you send them that affiliate link with a list of things to get. Now you add more value. But if they go buy, guess what? That money comes to you because you're the person that shared that information with them. And with all your eggs being in one basket, I'm guilty of this. You want to diversify your income in your business. You know, and I really think with the fees, I'm big on these tire wasters. I mean, yeah, these time wasters and tire kickers. Has anybody had any tire kickers?
Yeah.
Yes. I have a question, please.
Go ahead.
I have a few.
Go ahead.
Okay. So, receiving this information, and for those of us who do not charge fees, and if you have a change of mind at this point, so if you decide possibly that you're going to do it, you're probably not sure exactly what amount to do as far as your fees are concerned. But then what about the terms and conditions, putting it together where you can actually show your client, have them read it, sign it, or whatever the case may be? Does anybody have any information as to where you can get samples or examples of that type of information, or can share it, not giving us necessarily your fees, but just that information for the next step once you make that decision?
Anybody out there can help Geese along that right there.
Yeah, I have some verbiage I can send to you or I can post. Yeah, that's no problem. So and that's a good point, because you definitely want to have some form of terms and conditions. You want to have the person's consent and a paper trail saying, hey, I agreed to pay to this fee. That way, if it's in the case of any chargebacks, anything like that, you know, you both have an understanding that that's non-refundable, and that's for your services.
Hey, this is April. Who asked that question?
Gisela?
I'm going to see if I can send you something in the chat.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, that's all I had. You know, the video was going to take us out to an hour, but it didn't. So my apologies about that. Let me see here. I'll wait for her. She's going to post in the chat. But guys, I mean, it's something to consider because I don't charge fees. I will gladly send you over a quote so fast. And, you know, it's like a gift and a curse. You know, I'm working fast, but they expect you to do that. And they ask you for another quote. You be like, hold up. Now you're going around looking for quotes. And if you was a realtor, you're going to be driving around looking at house after house after house. You know, if they indecisive, and most people are. But if you, hey, this what I charge, and this what I'm giving you for this right here, you know, 3 quotes or 2 quotes, whatever it may be. Okay, thanks, April. Everybody got that? Everybody got it? Nope. Yes. Nope.
Got it.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, guys, that's it. Next week we're going to talk more about this because she had a part 1 and part 2, and get on those webinars, man. So you know you really can see how big your business can be. I mean, because when someone said they're charging fees and making that kind of an extra $26,000 just in fees, I don't need an I-10 car if I'm making an extra $26,000 in fees. Y'all can have that, right? Anybody agree with me?
Right.
Yeah, exactly. So, see you guys next week. I will get the recording up faster than I did last time. And thank you guys for showing up for your own success. And we're gonna do some more virtual stuff. Do y'all have a destination that y'all want to look at? Because I don't want it to be the Jamal and Maurice and Tasha show.
Do Santorini?
You said Savannah, Georgia?
No, Santorini.
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 Jasmine said Bali. Okay.
What happened to Cuba? I thought we were talking about Cuba last week or something. Was it Cuba?
Let me see. Rachel here? Rachel ain't even here. Rachel might be in Cuba. That's probably why she didn't do it.
Oh, but there's some good options on the chat, I see.
Bora Bora, Maldives. Y'all sound like these clients. Y'all want to go to these places till we tell them it's 7 days? We can't do Stone. Ain't nobody said Stone Mountain.
No, Jamal. Nobody want to go there.
You'd be surprised now. Go around the Confederate Trail. Get to learn something now. Okay. Lisa said that's free. Come to Philly.
Hey, everybody. This is Javonda. Hey, Jamal.
Hey, what's up, lady?
Nothing. Can I throw out something really, really quick?
The floor is yours.
Hey, guys. Just something that was given to me. I'm going to give it to you guys. Check out all the free advertisements that they are offering for small business. Someone sent me a link. The radio stations here in Savannah, Georgia, they're giving out 10 weeks of free promotion for small business. So starting this Monday, Classy Lens Travel will be on 103.1, I think, 0.9 or something. One of the adult stations. They're giving out 10 weeks of free air. So check out everything you can for anything for small businesses that's losing out. So that's just a little tip.
You guys heard it from Javonda. Javonda does an excellent job of letting you know what she does. She does a great job at that. If I wasn't in the travel business, she'd be my travel advisor. But guys, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. If you don't have any more questions, we will get some of these virtual places. What do we say? Fiji, Bora Bora, Bali, and Santorini, and Stone Mountain. Okay, cool. All right. So see you guys next week.
All right. Good
All
night.
right, thank you.
Thank
Good
you.
night.
Good night.
Good night, all.
Good
Have a
night.
Night, guys. Have a good one.